All right, welcome sisters. I know a lot of you will catch the replay, so hashtag replay and let me know what you think about this. This is going to be a short announcement and I'll drop in more and more to share as things evolve. But you can already see inside of this Facebook group that there's been a change. And some of you are tracking and you know what that change is about because I've been in this incubator for 6 months. And it's so interesting that it's full circle. I'm in Mexico right now, at a different part of Mexico, but 6 months ago, I was in Mexico in the mountains and I got the download that the life I had before would not be the life that I would have going forward. I have like total chills saying that, because when you look back at something like that, you know how true it is. But in that moment, when I had that understanding, I was kind of like, oh shit, what does that mean? Because I liked my life before, right? I loved the summits, the Divine Feminine summits I was doing. I had just concluded the 3rd summit in 2022, and it was amazing, right? The transmissions of the Divine Feminine archetypes are amazing, no doubt about it. And she, Shakti Ma, I would say, the Divine Feminine, the frequency of all of life, was telling me that I get to pivot. The work of the Divine Feminine summits, the Divine Feminine inner circle, the Divine Feminine business mastery, my flagship programs up to that point served as this foundation, this beautiful foundation for the future that got to spring forward from it. So honestly, it wasn't until I got COVID in Mexico that I started sleeping a lot. But in that sleeping space, just like the Divine Feminine, she works in the liminal spaces. She works in the silence. So just as that, I was getting downloads in the silence, in the dream space. I was like hallucinating in a good way. I was really happy. And, my body and my mind got taken down so that something new could emerge in terms of a vision. And some of the sisters in Australia and other parts of the world would get my text messages like, oh my God, I just got another download. And they would receive them and hold that frequency with me. It was totally new. So over the time, I've just been closing down my programs like they've been finishing. And then a new vision started to emerge of what this is. And you can see by the changes I've made in the Facebook group, it was called Divine Feminine Sisterhood Rising. And we are that. We will always be that. And now this portal, the portal of that Facebook group, is now the portal of the Evolving Sisters Network. I don't want to say it's the portal because that's not true. It's the Facebook group of the Evolving Sisters Network. And so it's the portal through Facebook, through our way that we can all communicate with each other. There's over 6,000 people in this group as of today. And Facebook will give you an opportunity to say, yes, you want to stay, or no, because it's been changed. And so I think that's a good time to check in with yourself and see if you're up for this vision. So I'm going to share a little bit about this vision, and then I'll pop in. I'm going to be popping in on Sunday. That is for our Dharma talk. And so we'll keep this conversation stoked and alive because it involves you. If you know me and my work is collaborative. My work is about sussing what's out there in the field. I mean, I'm a Sagittarius, the archer, right? I'm looking at the future. So my work is to suss out, where are we going? And part of my gene keys, part of my human design is such that I say, what from the past do we need to take with us? And what from the past do we need to let go of in order to make this evolutionary journey? And the truth is, what's happening next is an evolutionary journey. And I've never seen it happen before. I've never seen it done before. So what I believe is coming through me is evolutionary. It's never been done that I know of. And so what got birthed was the birth of the Evolving Sisters Network. Can I get an amen? Even if you don't know what it is, just feel into that. That's always been my company name. And I don't know how I got that name or why. It was many, many years ago. And when I was thinking about the network, it was like, it's the Evolving Sisters Network. And the divine feminine is inside of that network. And it's broader. It's broader because there are women who don't know about the divine feminine, but they know they're waking up. They know that they're yearning for the sacred. So the Evolving Sisters Network is a membership platform. That's an easy way to understand it. It's a membership platform, and we're going to open up membership on Monday, which is my birthday. We didn't plan it that way, but we're going to open it on Monday to receive founding members. It's $22 a month, and we're going to lock in your pricing. So as soon as you say yes, you will always have that amount. That's it. You'll be grandmothered. You'll never have to pay more for the Evolving Sisters Network, even when we grow and we're like as badass as other platforms like Mind Valley. And I love Mind Valley and I love the founder and I listen to all his stories, but this is not Mind Valley. This is kind of like there are components to it, but what I got the download for is that this is grassroots. After working with women, both in the summit and in the inner circle and in the Divine Feminine Business Mastery, what I've discovered is that every single woman has leadership capabilities. In fact, let me just say it differently. Every single woman must step into her leadership. And that doesn't mean leaders over. We are redefining the term leadership that is not patriarchal, but it does have you stepping into your power. It does have you owning your authority. We must, sisters, because if we want that new world, we got to be someone new. And the Evolving Sisters Network is going to facilitate leaders coming forward, giving their gifts, teaching masterclasses, teaching courses, and also leading circles inside of the network. Does that light you up? I mean, that lights me up so much to have you rise. And that brings me to Rise, my leadership incubator. Today, I am launching a couple emails today in the next 2 days just for a pre-call, like applications for people who are feeling this resonance to want to teach inside of it. And I'm opening it up to our community first. It's application only. We are going to be a tight-knit, intimate group of women who are on a journey to incubate what it means to be a leader. We're going to do deep process and circling work together. That's just the feminine way. We'll learn distinctions of leadership that are time tested, the things that we get to carry forward from the past. And we will also get trained, you will get trained by me to become a facilitator. And that facilitator or a course creator of your expertise, of what you're uniquely here to do, to teach and get paid inside of the network. That's my vision. That's never been done. As much as I referenced Mind Valley and I love it, they go out and get experts that are big names and what have you. And that's awesome, right? We all want to learn from them, but it's time. It's time for something new. It's time for you to claim your leadership. It's time for you to claim your mastery. And if you're not there yet, you don't need to be there yet. You just come inside of the membership network and we'll give you the courses. And let me just say something about that. I have a vision that the Aquarian age, the new age that we're in, is more like, and I've said this before, it's like a figure 8. It's like the infinity symbol. You can see what I'm doing with my hands. We in the new earth, in the new paradigm, in our hearts, stepping into a new way that has an integrated feminine quality to it, are both teachers and leaders and also students and also participants. There is no sense anymore of hierarchy where I'm at the top and I've made it and you all should just listen to me. That is dangerous. And we have seen what happens from the very egregious of where we follow a dictator and we drink the Kool-Aid. And then even that has us kill other people on behalf of that leader's political agenda. And we've also seen the other end of the spectrum of gurus, where we just give our power away and blindly follow them. And we leave our internal knowing at the door. I was raised like that. Not with a guru, but in a religious environment where it wasn't about what I knew as truth. It wasn't about me feeling into my embodiment. It wasn't about me knowing, it was about me following external rules. And as you know, if you're here listening, you've been breaking away from that. That is no longer the paradigm in which we are living and in where we're going. So the Evolving Sisters Network is grassroots. It's cultivating your talent to show up inside. And you also get to receive, you get to take the courses, you get to do the impact circles. So I'll explain more and more as time goes on about the business model and how it works. I do feel like it's revolutionary. On its face, it's simple. It's a membership platform. And if you want to be part of Rise, check your emails today, tomorrow, and the next day, the next 3 days, we will have applications. It's like a pre-call because we won't start until February, but I'm really sussing the field. Who is the right fit to be the first leaders inside of the Evolving Sisters Network? And those leaders will influence and shape, just like water shapes rock. They will shape the ethos, the culture, the practices, the best practices of the network. And I welcome that because I know that together we're stronger. Together we're weaving a tapestry. Like you have, magenta, and I have burnt orange, and somebody else has marigold, and somebody else has turquoise. And we weave together this incredible, beautiful tapestry. And that's just not modeled in our culture very well. And I'm not saying that I'm abdicating my own leadership. No, I'm here. I was the one who received the frequency. And I'm like an orchestra conductor, right? If the conductor is nothing without the music, without the space in between, with that which is the divine feminine, or without the instruments and the individual players and their mastery and their expertise. So imagine, what instrument do you play? And do you want to play it in a way that has you step into your leadership, own your authority, own your voice? So that's all I'll say for now. If you're not on the email list, I highly recommend that you get on the email list. On Monday, the evolvingsisters.com website will be live. You can still join it through the evolvingsisters.com website. It goes to my personal website, and that there is still a way to get on the mailing list from there. And we're doing Rise for the next 3 days. And then on the 19th and through the 21st, we will be opening the temple doors to the Evolving Sisters Network. And that's when evolvingsisters.com will be ready. So you can get on the mailing list that way. And I encourage every single one of you to opt in for membership, lock it in, and become the first. This is a legacy platform. We're not going anywhere. We're here for the next generation. That's the game I'm playing. I'm not playing just for me. I'm not playing for my old age. I'm playing for the next generation and the next generation of feminine leaders. And it will evolve because we are the Evolving Sisters Network. So thank you for listening. I'd love to hear your comments below. I'd love to hear what lands for you. What did you hear in my share? Thank you so much for being here. And I hope you'll stay with all of us on this most epic evolutionary journey. All right, lots of love.